Greetings, my friends. I am Gilles Mancillon. I thought I'd come to make a video. I'm going to place them maybe one in the morning, one at night. There's going to be a time delay, and I'm going to get back my internet tomorrow. And so I wanted to discuss the school of evolution here. We all came here to learn about love and unity. We're in a world that is completely opposite to that. So it is very challenging. The more challenge that we undertook, the more the greater our mastery becomes, and in truth there is always a lot of spirit and visible spirit. There is always God. It's every second of every day is really a meaningful experience that we are creating, that our higher self is creating. So the more we sometimes we feel like we chose to handle more than we can take. You are ready to throw the towel, and then spirit come and pick us up. But it's really the hero's journey, to come from a higher planes of bliss and eternal abundance, to come into this physicality, this density, to assist in the transmutation of the world. It's really the hero's journey. And it was really, really hard the other night. I was transmuting some really heavy energies. There was really a lot of self-judgment and concerns. And then Spirit showed me some situation on the planet that was so much worse than my own. And so I sent my light and love into the situation. Plus, I asked God to liberate this situation, because it really... because when we're showing a situation that's... When we are struggling with personal issues and we can turn to a service, then we in some sense we're liberating ourselves. We put in perspective, and we're able to create a relativity in terms of the situations. And so it's like... because when we go through difficult, challenging emotion, when we can turn to service to others, it provides a certain level of comfort. For our human imperfection and our weakness is really what we came here to embrace and experience. It is part of the program of our soul. Our soul wanted to explore that in order to have self-love and compassion. All the program of the earth, the ascension program, we're getting ready for this solar flash. It is inevitable, and it will be like it will be changing class. Everything is going to be new choices for everybody. It's going to be great assistance from the universe and the Creator. But this whole program of evolution for the new society, this galactic society, is supervised by the ascended master, as well as the gods. The ascended masters are beings that used to live in incarnation, that raise their consciousness and physicality to level of angelic level. So they are quite qualified. But then there is the gods of mythology. Those were beings that came to the earth. They were already ascended when they came to the earth. And then there are the galactics, also ascended beings from other civilizations. There was also celestial beings. There are also paradise beings that are assisting. The beings from the inner earth. We have our personal guides. We have our monad, our spirit group. So there is always countless and visible forces. Either we choose to go alone with our ego, or we choose to let go and let God, to invoke the presence of God, at which points that open up all those, a plateau of consciousness that is part of that one energy field. Because we're the creator of the game, so it's like sometimes we want grace and ease. We're asking that things happen in harmony, and because we're descending from much higher dimension in order to assist this collective ascension, and it's very, very exciting, the program from the other side. Here it's like it's a deep struggle. It's like for me, it's like. Spirit is talking to me about my freedom, but I'm really have to be very ascetic. It's like I'm bread and water only, it's like really, really, but then they're talking to me about freedom, and it's coming, and it's there, and it's like, so I'm just being patient about that, and I'm focalizing on my freedom rather than all those limitations. But from the other side, it's very, very exciting to be here during this transformation. But for some of us that are transmuting some heavy load, because in the past, like when the masters came and they ascended, it wasn't connected to any collective ascension, so they could ascend individually. But now we're like soul bound to the whole collective, or at least our soul responsibility. So it's much harder, because we have to pull this all energy up and forward. And for it's like sometimes being incarnated in a physical body can be a lot of fun. It can be wonderful, but it depends on the cycle we're in, and we're moving towards the cycle of spirit. I can see it. It's going to be really wonderful to feel this liberated experience on the physical plane. Uh, but if Spirit would ask me today in my present situation whether I want to go home to my original dimension, I would say yes. I would be ready to let go of all this earth plane and all this earth plan and all my everything. I would say yes. But as soon as I could put my affair in orders and my life is going, if I start my project, I'm going to say, well, I'm going to complete my project. So it is because we incarnated already in this planet in many dimensions, in many timelines, in many time in history, and also on other planets. Yet it is here and now that matters most. It is a bit controversial. I'm addressing certain things that come from my own experience and guidance, but it is a bit controversial because we ask to live in the now, but Spirit is always presenting me energies of of a liberated future, and so I'm asked to live in this liberated future in the now, when it's like the circumstances of life are completely opposing that reality. But it is a preparation, and we want to already be in the neighborhood of the energy that we seek to achieve. So it is which I've been doing that for quite a while, and hopefully I'm ready, and it's going to be happening. And because I see all that things as there is a lot of potential, and then even certainties, but there is certainties. It's like we don't know how and we don't know when, like the solar flash, the Nessara, the galactic, or even on a personal level. But so we know those things are certainties, but we don't know how and we don't know when. We just know it is imminent. It is coming in a blink of an eye. From a spiritual perspective, everything happens in the blink of an eye. It is non-temporal, and so did I pull some cards already? I'm gonna pull a card of the day. An exchange of gifts. So it's about giving, it's about receiving, it's about sharing. It's all about a gracious exchange of energy. Everything is about this unity consciousness. The more we can give, the more we can receive, and eventually we want to share more of that life that is the life of God. And so for a very long time we're going to grow. We're growing our consciousness. For a very long time on the planet Earth, they used to know that there are other planets in the stars, and the planets they're discovered, like telescopes and things like that. Copernic and so on. So they could see that there was other planets, but it took until the 20th century that they would accept and realize that every star has planets around them. It took a long time, and eventually, like very soon, people are gonna have to accept that every solar systems have civilizations around them. The more stars they are combined together, the more biological life they are, and even we're gonna also come to realize that there are many civilizations, even in our own solar system, that are evolved beyond physical matter. We're the last civilization living in this dense reality of physicality, but all the other civilizations, there are many civilizations inside our solar systems that are existing on a higher energetic level. So if you go to those planets in the third dimension, you'll see that there is nothing. But if you go on the frequency, on the level of the frequency of the main frequency of the civilization that lives on those planets, you will see plenty of activity and beauty and diversity, and it's very exciting to visit the solar systems when we realize that it is multidimensional. And once we know we are multidimensional beings, we will be able to meet the frequency of all those planets. I will soon, God willing, when the time comes, to open a space agency to teach people how to travel interdimensionally. No need for machines. We don't need machines. Well, we may develop technologies as well as a result of those travel, but we won't need that. And so there is much that will be discovered, that above the third dimension and fourth dimension and beyond. There is so much. And even within the sun, there is like Sun is really highly populated by beings on sixth and seventh dimensions. We met solar beings; they're wonderful, and even small asteroids. They all possess a spirit. As those who know astrology, they know that there is some small planets that are very powerful in energetic level. So there is much we will be exploring. We eventually will move into the 33rd octave. The 33rd dimension is the highest dimension of our solar dimension, and so we'll be able to embrace to see all that is going on within this. Personally, I'm really connected to the energy and frequency of a planet named Chiron. It is a planet of knowledge and healing, and I'll continue to connect to integrate. For the Earth is a school, and at each moment is all we choose to do this with the creator and spirit, or we choose to do it alone with our ego. But we're learning to focalize and concentrate, and things are moving forward. Spirit is announcing me like some good news this morning when I woke up, so I say, well, thank you. I'm just we'll see how it unfolds. I'm going to share some paintings, some canvases. First, I'm going to show this. This is a painting of cosmology. It is a symbolic painting of the paradise center. That's the only place in the whole universe that's still. Everything moves around it. There is 21 satellites of paradise, 3 circuits, 7 circuits of the central universe, the eternal universe of perfection, and the 7 super universe of time and space, ours being the 7th super universe. There's the 6th, the 4th, the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, the second, and the first, Andromeda being the first super universe, and then the other galaxies were for they're like transcendental reality from the first level of outer space. This painting is reserved. I think I hope my friend will act upon it. My friend has reserved it, so we'll see. This one is about it's like a snowflake or bit, but it's actually represents the center of our universe with Salvington and 100 constellations. There is the 100 constellation of our local universe of Nebadon. Those are expressionist paintings. They're very dynamic. I was going to rework on that, and my friend here said, don't touch this one," and she was right. I think there's a lot of details in those paintings. And those two are the next two are very similar. There's a lot of motion in them. The studies, the next little paintings like a blue hole and all kinds of activities around it. Well, I finished with some oracle. I thank you so very much for your donations. It's really, really, really helped me right now. Although I know that very soon I'm going to be liberated. Until then, it's like very, very difficult. I'm like already through the towel sometimes. I thank you for supporting the channel. We'll see what. I'm going to pull some cards. If you're in a private session, you can send me an email. The observer of the day is striving. We're going to move into a period of prosperity, and we're just seeing the last vestige of the dark cycle, and it's a test of faith as well. For no matter what we have to go through, there are people, I'm serious, that are going through worse things on the earth, and we want this liberation for everyone. The situation is illumination. Now we're getting illuminated, we're getting cleared, we continue this purification. What comes around the situation is opportunities. There's opportunity. We're ready to seize the day, seize the opportunity when they show up. What we see before us that will be unfolding is happiness, joy, happiness. So it will unfold. Sometimes it's like the mind is like, there are all those problems, but there is a point of freedom that's right here now. In the past, the subconscious is courage. We were able to demonstrate our courage. That's like in the past, and now it's like the protection. We are being protected, and we are being guarded and protected. What's coming in the near future is community. We're going to be able to return to an active social life. It's going to be really nice for me. It's like rather than living in a vacuum, solitude. Our strength within the situation is fulfillment. So we bring fulfillment. What comes to us from the outside world is focus. So it's about this focus, and we have to keep our eyes on the ball. What we have to feel in what we feel in our inner emotion, our hopes and fears is forgiveness. Forgive others, forgive yourself. There is so much to be forgiven and so much to forgive, so it's to liberate us. And the outcome and the key will be abundance. So it's like true abundance. Abundance is the ability to do anything we want at any time that we want. It's true freedom. Abundance is freedom. Well, my friends, I hope this message was interesting for you. I will post them when I get back internet back. I wish you wonderful. And maybe by the time I put this video on, I will be free and liberated, but I will still put those videos on. Thank you so very much for your support, and I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.